The greatest pain isn't that they're gone, but that you're still trying to hold on to a memory that's long gone. You hurt because the mind replays a world gone. Stop bargaining with reality. Today we build a sheltering fortress for storms. Marcus Aurelius was direct. You control your mind, not events. Pain rises when you demand a different world. You grip, argue, chase, and the loop tightens. Acceptance is precision, not surrender. Shift control from out there to in here. Stop pushing the river. Energy returns to choice. Skill and calm. Steady focus. Where the pain actually comes from. The loop starts simple. Event. Resistance. Amplification. Rumination. An event happens. Then the mind argues with it. Then the argument gets louder. Then the replay takes over your night. The Stoic move is to separate what happened from the story about what happened. The wound is not chosen. The story is. Picture this. It is Uxiam. You check your phone. Their last activity says scene 1107 p.m. It lands like a bruise. The mind writes 10 chapters. They are out. They forgot you. They never cared. None of it is verified. Sleep cracks. Morning arrives dull and heavy. Arc, step 1, is acknowledge. Name what is present. Tight chest. Fast thoughts. Jaw clenched. Name the trigger. I want them to choose me. When you label the sensation and the want, you stop being dragged by a foggy force and start handling a specific set of signals. Now map amplification. Notice the first thought and the second thought that doubles it. Catch the line that says this always happens. Replace it with a precise sentence. One message was not answered. That is all I know tonight. Precision lowers heat. Verification matters. Keep a nightly log. Rate resistance from 1 to 10. Each time you loop the same thought. Mark a small tick on the page. Count them. Aim for fewer ticks tomorrow than today. A small win compounds. Micro-coaching cue. Trade. Why is this happening for? What is in my control in the next 10 minutes? Then do one small action. Glass of water. 2 minutes of slow breathing. Phone on airplane mode. Lights off. Attachment versus agreement. Stop negotiating with the weather. Attachment says you owe me a future. Agreement says I respect your choice and I choose my response. Peace collapses when you hitch it to someone else keeping a promise they never signed. The Stoic line is simple. Do not stake your mood on external compliance. Train what you can steer. Concrete picture. Your manager praises a project in a team channel and credits someone else. Heat spikes. You type a sharp reply. Delete. Retype. The real sting is not the event. It is the fantasy that the world must be fair on your timeline, colliding with what is. That clash keeps the loop alive. Run ARC Step 2. Release. Whisper softly, I release the contract I wrote for them. Breathe with a long exhale and a shorter inhale. Count to 4 in. Count to 6 out. Let the urge rise and pass like a small wave. Keep your hands off the keyboard for 90 seconds. Place both feet flat. Unclench the jaw. Roll the shoulders once. Then act from choice. Compose a neutral note for tomorrow. One sentence. Thank you for the update. I would like to clarify my contributions in our one-on-one. Schedule the one-on-one. Add a reminder to track deliverables for the next sprint. Build leverage with documentation, not drama. Verification is a small scoreboard. Before the breath, set an impulse to act, score from 0 to 5. After 90 seconds, score it again. Log the delta. Aim for at least 1 point lower. Over a week, you want a downward trend. If the score does not drop, increase the exhale by 2 counts and stand up to reset posture. The Inner Citadel Blueprint. The Inner Citadel is a picture you can step into. It is not theory. It is character and attention arranged like stone on stone. When fortune shifts, you do not bargain with the weather. You sit inside the structure you built and work the next controllable move. Concrete scenario. The final text arrives. It is short and final. Fingers hover over the keyboard to plead or negotiate. Pause. Sit at the edge of the bed. Soften the eyes. Place one hand on the center of the chest. Breathe in for 4 and out for 6. Say 3 short truths out loud. This is real. I can bear this. My choices remain. Feel the shoulders drop half an inch. Feel the urge to chase fall by a degree. Arc step 3 is commit. Choose one micro-action you can complete in 2 minutes. Journal 5 lines that begin with I choose. Drink a tall glass of water. Do 10 push-ups with slow form. Read 1 page from a book you keep in reach. The action is not random. It is proof that attention belongs to you. Build the citadel with a daily scorecard. Use 5 yes or no checks each night. Sleep at least 6 hours. Move your body. Eat protein and vegetables. Journal 5 lines. Keep no contact. Award 1 point for each yes. Aim for 4 or 5. If you miss a point, you adjust tomorrow. No blame. Only design. The fortress grows by repetition. Image plus ritual plus scorecard. The season outside can be stormy, and you still act with steadiness inside. Indifference beats retaliation. Drama runs on fuel. Retaliation is gasoline. Indifference is a closed valve. The Stoic move is not to win the exchange, but to remove the stage. You keep your power by declining to perform. Concrete picture. An X posts a pointed story. The subtitle might as well read your move. Fingers hover over reply. Instead, you archive the app for 24 hours. Phone face down on the desk. You take one slow lap around the block. The spectacle does not get its oxygen. You choose to be uneventful. Use the no performance rule. Feel privately. Act neutrally in public. Write the unfiltered draft in a notes file. Then lock it. Drink water. Set a 15-minute timer and breathe at a 4-6 cadence. When the timer ends, ask a simple question. What outcome do I want 1 week from now? If the answer is quiet and forward progress, then silence is the most leveraged move. Redirect energy into a private processing block. 10 minutes of journaling. 5 minutes of box breathing. 5 minutes of mobility work. Call a neutral friend and say 1 factual sentence only. I am taking a day before I respond. Then say nothing else. Verification is objective. Track public reacts this week. Aim for 0. Track private processing minutes. Aim for at least 20. If you slip and post anyway, do not spiral. Log it. Add 5 extra private minutes that same day. The scoreboard trains the habit faster than moralizing. People will try to draft you into their show. Decline the invitation. Protect your attention. Build momentum where it actually pays. Retrain. Attention from why them to what now. Attention is a lever. Where it rests, grows. When you leave it on another person's feelings, you feed the loop. Move the spotlight to the next right action you can execute in the next hour. That is the Stoic gym for focus. Picture this. You see them at a cafe with someone new. Your stomach drops. The mind starts a reel. Why them? Why not me? Pause. Open the What Now list you prepared in calm hours. Tap the first 3 items. Call a friend for 10 minutes. Book a therapy slot for this week. Schedule a strength session tomorrow at 7. You are not fixing the past. You are building the next block of the day. Use the 2-column flip. Take a blank note and make 2 columns. Column A. Uncontrollables. Their emotions. Their history. Their timing. Column B. Controllables. Your sleep. Your training. Your focused work block. The conversations you initiate. Read column A once. Then close it. Spend the rest of the day inside column B. Run a simple sequence. Set a timer for 50 minutes of work on one task. Put the phone in another room. When the timer ends, stand up and drink water. Then 10 minutes of movement. Then back to a second block or a short connection action, like sending a clean message to a friend for coffee. Verification is numeric. Track B column minutes each day. Aim for at least 180 minutes. If you miss the target, do not spiral. Adjust tomorrow's plan by scheduling B blocks first in the calendar. Make attention a budget and spend it where returns compound. Build a life so good that absence shrinks. Grief loves empty space. The cure is not noise. It is construction. Stop auditing other people and start building what depends on you. A vivid life makes absence smaller because attention has work to do and places to be. Concrete picture. After a year-long relationship ends, you sign up for a weekend woodworking class. The air smells like cedar and glue. You learn to square a board, and you leave with a small shelf you actually use. You text 2 friends you have not seen in months and put coffee on the calendar. You volunteer on Saturday mornings where you pack boxes and carry them to a loading dock. Your calendar becomes proof of agency rather than a museum of what used to be. Use calendar as character. Every day schedule 2 nourishing blocks. First block is strength or skill for 45 to 60 minutes. Lift weights. Swim laps. Practice Spanish verbs. Carve or code or cook. Second block is service or connection for 30 to 60 minutes. Call a parent. Meet a friend for a slow walk. Help at the shelter. When a day gets messy, protect the blocks like appointments with your future self. Make the system adaptive. On Sunday, do a weekly review. Did you complete at least 8 of 10 planned blocks? If you missed the mark, adjust, do not shame. Shorten a block. Move it earlier. Pair it with a trigger like after coffee, start the first block. Use calendar notes to capture what made success easier and what created friction. Life grows where you plant hours. Build until absence has nothing to feed on. When truth is cruel in costume, honesty can wear a mask. Sometimes it is not truth at all. It is a last attempt to control or to vent a spike of feeling. The Stoic test is simple. Truth without timing and care is not virtue. It is self-indulgence dressed up as virtue. Picture the moment. It is 12:03 a.m. A message sits half-written. Just being honest. You know it will reopen the wound. Run the overnight rule. Finish the draft in notes. Not in the chat window. Save it. Put the phone in a drawer. Set an alarm for the morning. Sleep before you speak. When the sun is up, use 3 questions. Is it true? Is it necessary? Is it kind? You need 2 yes answers, or you do not send. If it fails the test, archive the draft. If it passes, rewrite in clean language. Short sentences. 1 ask or 1 fact only. No history. No scorekeeping. Add physical guardrails. Place the phone in another room after 11. Turn on Do Not Disturb. Remove the chat app from the home screen. If the urge spikes, walk to the sink and run cold water over your wrists for 30 seconds. Then breathe 4 seconds in and 6 seconds out. Verification keeps you honest about honesty. Keep a message delay log. Each time you feel the urge to send an emotionally loaded message, delay it by at least 12 hours and record it. Aim for 80% or more delayed. Review the log weekly. Fewer late-night sends and more next-day edits mean the system is working. Acceptance, not resignation, the upstream move. Acceptance is not quitting. It is choosing to stop wrestling the river so you can swim across it. When you work with events rather than against them, the obstacle becomes a path. The emotion still exists, but your hands are free to act. Concrete picture. The relationship season is over. You say it out loud this week. Acceptance opens 4 doors that denial kept shut. You divide belongings with simple rules and a calm tone. You set clear no contact for 30 days and mark it on the calendar. You book a short trip with friends to reset environment and rhythm. You schedule a therapy intake and put the reminder on your phone. Energy that was trapped in bargaining now funds actions that move life forward. Run the acceptance audit. For each stubborn hurt, write 3 lines. Fact. Feeling. Next choice. Example. Fact. We broke up on Noventa. Feeling. Grief and envy. Next choice. No contact for 30 days. 3 workouts this week. 1 new class to enroll in by Friday. Keep the language short and behavioral. Post the audit, where you will see it each morning. Act the list before you argue with it. If a feeling spikes, say, I accept that this is here, and then take the next choice. Acceptance becomes a habit when it is paired with immediate motion. Verification keeps the stance honest. Track weekly next choice completion rate. Count how many next choices you executed divided by how many you wrote. Aim for at least 70%. If you fall short, reduce the list and tighten the deadlines. Acceptance grows when promises to yourself are kept. Myth. Acceptance means giving up. Reality. Acceptance stops you from wasting energy on what you cannot alter and reallocates it to what you can. It is not passive. It is precision. You are not endorsing their choices. You are ending their jurisdiction over your peace. Resignation says nothing matters. Acceptance says this matters. So invest only where returns are real. You trade complaint for action, and the math of your day improves. Process note. Run the 48-hour quit test. Stop contact and bargaining for 48 hours. Each night, score sleep quality from 1 to 5 and rumination episodes as tallies. Add one letting go action, like deleting a draft or returning items. Freedom score equals sleep plus actions completed. The 7-day Citadel sprint. For 7 days, run arc morning and evening. Acknowledge. Release. Commit with 2-minute reps. Activate, no contact, and social detox. Mute and avoid all triggering profiles. Feeds and threads. Use calendar as character. Schedule 2 nourishing blocks each day. 1 strength or skill session and 1 service or connection session. Track nightly in a simple log. Resistance rating 0 to 10. Ruminations count. B column minutes. Citadel score 0 to 5. Win condition is a 20% or greater drop in resistance from day 1 to day 7. Aim, steady practice. You cannot out-argue the wind. Build a citadel instead of more walls. When a season of love ends, let it end with dignity. Pull your attention back. Train the response you own. Freedom returns on schedule when energy is spent where it pays. If this helped, subscribe for more Stoic field manuals and share it with someone still bargaining with reality. Choose calm today. Choose the next right action and let the weather pass.